How's it going, everybody? I want to do something a little bit different in this video. I'm going to introduce a brand new concept. It's called Ask Us Anything. And in this video, I want you to comment below, pause the video. Well, not yet. After I'm done, pause the video, comment below, ask us any. It could be whatever is on your mind, like travel or the Airstream or their dogs or photography, whatever is on your mind. Ask us anything, just write it in the comments below, and then we will look through the comments, take the better questions or the questions that frankly we just want to answer, and we will answer them in a follow-on video. It might take 2 or 3 weeks for us to do that because of how these videos are published, so don't expect immediate answers. But I want to do it non-Tuesday talk style. So we're going to pick the better ones and just answer those questions in a regular video as we go about our day, wherever we happen to be. So it's a little bit more engaging, I hope, than just a Tuesday talk. So anything that's on your mind, comment below, ask it. We will answer it in a subsequent video, and let's have some fun. We've spent the last week north of Minneapolis. We went to the Minneapolis State Fair. That was pretty cool. Did a few more things around town, but really we've been just kind of hanging out here. But we're definitely going to do the Mall of America because that's closer to our next campground than this one. And we're going to be there for about a week before we move down to Iowa. But one more week in Minnesota. And by the way, this campsite has worked out so well for us. We had a huge front yard so we could just let the dogs wander. Lots of room for our chairs and a picnic table that we didn't actually use except for that succulent cactus thing. That's the only thing that's been on this picnic table. Did not have a campfire, but we could have. But this is one of the bigger campsites I think we've had all year. We are just about ready to check in at Lebanon County Park. I think it's a county park. So Courtney's in there, but we already know our spot. In fact, I could see it. We are going into site number 2, which is right there for the next 3 days. And then we will move sites within this same campground and stay in that site for a week. It's like 40 something. So we're just moving within the same campground in 3 days because we couldn't get one site for that entire period of time. So not a first world problems. Let's see what the dealio is.
Pretty easy.
Is there a dealio?
What do you mean? We're going to 2. It's right there.
So no.
I don't know what the dealio is.
The dealio is we're going to 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to south of Minneapolis. We came from just north of Minneapolis, so a quick trip, a jaunt, if you will. It was about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, not bad. A little traffic, but what else is new in Minnesota, or at least Minneapolis? It seems like we've seen more accidents here, not actually take place, but we are caught in the slowdown of accidents in Minneapolis more than any other big city. I don't know, could just be a coincidence. Who knows, but we're here. And as you can see, these sites are much smaller, not nearly as much room, but it's also more open, which I kind of like. And every site is full hookups. And we have not had a full hookup site in months. So I've already hooked up the sewer and drain, so we are empty. Power's in, water's in, we're all good. We got all the utilities.
So I think our next one.
Oh, it's not a county park, it's a regional park. It's a regional park.
So I think our next one's 47, so it's actually just right around there, so we can go look on our walk.
Oh, fantastic. Speaking of walk with girls. All right, our next site, we are in that empty campsite right there. Oh, we're in the cruiser site.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the one where the cruiser is. which is just down the road from the office. And we, of course, right there. Yeah, look at that hill we'll have. I wouldn't necessarily consider that a feature, but it's not necessarily bad. Yeah. So, let's see. This campground can accommodate any size vehicle. They are very strict with what you put in the grass. Basically nothing but like your lawn chairs and whatnot, but no rugs. Your rig can't even overhang onto the grass behind the spot, because when that happens, they can't mow the grass, they can't cut it. So they want you exactly in your little gravel parking spot. No trucks or cars in the grass, none of that. They want the grass open except for your lawn chairs. We have a little bit of a swamp down there. Is this one of the 1,000 lakes in Minnesota? Look at this. I think we have a wander lodge, which is built on a bluebird frame. We really like these. In fact, some friends of ours live in a wander lodge.
They do.
When you spend a whole year traveling, there's this bell curve, I guess, of excitement. When you first start, you are on your way up, right? Naturally. And then somewhere around early summer, midsummer, maybe you peak, and then you start saying, all right, now it might be time to slow down. So we are definitely we're over that peak. We are on the way down. We're probably a third of the way down that bell curve now. Would you say about a third of the way down?
And part of it is that we plan on doing some pretty exciting things this winter, which we'll be announcing here soon.
If you've been to any one of our meetups, by the way, you already know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really made it a secret.
No. We haven't
officially announced it on the channel. We're not stopping RVing, no. So it's not that.
No. And we're not having a baby.
And we're not having a kid. We have 2 dogs, and that's enough.
But we will be stationary for most of the winter with trips and exciting things happening. And we're kind of just looking forward to being back in Arizona and getting all of that exciting stuff started. And I think that's part of the reason we're kind of a little burned out on the traveling. Maybe,
but even without that, I think we would still be burned out, yeah, to some degree.
If you guys have followed us for the last few years, you realize that we have traveled mostly between April and October every year. And then the other months we
About 6 months, yeah,
in Arizona doing stuff. I was working the first few years. After that, we were just kind of hanging out, but more stationary. And so this year's been a lot, and we've hit our 6 months, and so we're looking forward to being back. Still some fun stuff to do before we get back. We still have like a month and a half before we get back. But
yeah, that's right. It's not very long, but there's a light at the end. We can see it now. We can see it. We can reach out almost. We can almost touch it. And I think that's what makes it even more, I guess, exciting to think about being back. Yeah.
So we were just talking about that sitting here. It's a Saturday. We could have moved today. We got set up by like 2. We could have gone out and done something in Minneapolis or in St. Paul. And we both kind of just wanted to sit here and chill because that's what we felt like we needed. So when you full-time, you have to kind of judge that and not make yourself go too far, too fast, too much, or else
you'll burn yourself out. Yeah. And this was a weird year. We knew that. Yeah. Next year is going to be very, very different. Very different. Like out west travel, Colorado at altitude, that kind of stuff next year.
Much more chill.
Closer to home too.
Closer to
Four
home.
Corners region. Yeah.
And longer stays places, I think.
Yep. All right, well, that feels like the end of the video. Like I said at the very beginning, ask us anything that's on your mind, comment below. We'll get to it in about 2 or 3 videos because of how in the future we're scheduled out. So do that. I'm excited to hear what you are asking, and we will answer it in a video as we go about our day. So that'll be fun.
I think tomorrow we're gonna go and do some sightseeing around St. Paul while it's still a weekend and not too crazy, before heading to the Miniature Train Museum and the Mall of America later next week. So lots of fun stuff coming up.
That'll happen. Okay, cheers guys.
Cheers.
Guys and gals. We'll see you next time. Pay no attention.
Why are you shaking? Nothing changed. Why are you shaking?